One time, over a friendly dinner, John Lennon leaned across the table and asked Paul McCartney if he fancied drilling a hole in his own skull. Not a metaphor, an actual hole. And Paul's answer is more or less the reason he lived to tell Rolling Stone about it in 1986. The practice is actually called trepanning, and people have done it since ancient times, boring into the skull, supposedly to leave pressure on the brain. John had gotten interested, and the fact that the Greeks or the Romans did it gave the idea a certain respectability in his mind. So at dinner, just two mates, he made the pitch. He said, "Would you be up for that? Do you fancy doing that? We could go and get it done. We could go and get it done, like it's curry." Paul's response was a response that defined his entire life. He didn't argue, he deflected. I said, "Look, you go try it, and if it's great, you tell me, and maybe I'll do it. You first." That was the whole trick, and it wasn't a one-off. Because this is John's philosophy in general. Paul described it like a cliff. He would often say things like, if you find yourself at the edge of a cliff and you wonder whether you should jump or not, try jumping. And Paul's standing answer to that was, "No man, I'm not going to jump off that cliff. I don't care how good it is." Now, at the time, saying no made Paul feel like the square, the uncool one, the killjoy who wouldn't drop acid when everyone else did, while the others sat around asking what was wrong with him. But look at where that instinct actually got him. There was a period when a friend was trying to sell Paul on heroin, and the pitch was almost reasonable. The friend told him it's fine as long as you can afford it. It's okay as long as you've got the money to support the habit. And Paul, who'd all the money in the world and no excuse, felt something click. Something in my brain went jing, he said. A little light went on and I said, "No, this is wrong." That instinct saved his life, and he knows it. "I just feel very lucky to have said no to those things," Paul said. And then the line that lands the whole thing. He talks about the friends who didn't say no. A lot of my friends didn't, and they went through some horror zones, you know. Some of them didn't come out of it. So the thing that made Paul look timid inside the coolest band on earth, always being the one who said no, that's the exact thing that kept him breathing while people around him didn't. He might have looked uncool, but he also looked alive.